everybody online is always pushing the start your own business propaganda. And this video is anti that advice. I genuinely think I can become a billionaire, but I'm an employee in the business. I see myself as a co-founder, I act like an entrepreneur, but on paper, I am an employee. How does this work? And like, what's my advice in general? So let me give you some context. It might actually be relatable to you. I'm very curious what this video is going to do to people, because it's probably going to make some people mad. But I am a creative in the business. We do marketing for 8 to 10 figure entrepreneurs, very large businesses. I speak about it a lot on this channel. You can see on my main channel as well. I make vlogs about it and I show some clients, whatever. And I'm the head creative, the CCO, Chief Creative Officer. And so I also have employees under me, but I'm technically also an employee. And what does this do? This gives me incentives to get business profits on the long term, but it also gives me the safety of not having to run my own business completely. For example, like I told you, I'm a creative, and creative people tend to be quite chaotic and not as structured, a little bit sporadic. And so what I like to do is focus on what I'm good at and what I enjoy doing. And certain things that I don't enjoy doing is talking to people in general, to network or to close clients or to do sales calls or whatever. I don't enjoy it. I have done it. I have had my own business before I got hired into this position, and I didn't enjoy it. It's not my thing. That's sales, that's networking. I don't like numbers, like I don't like accounting, I don't like finances and all those things. I don't care about it, I don't like doing it, and I get confused by it. I don't want to be busy with it at all. So profits, losses, all those things don't disturb me. I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to think about it. Anything else? Client fulfillment, but that is kind of what I'm doing for the client communication. That's maybe better. I don't particularly enjoy talking to clients. I'd rather be in the field working and work with my people, my team, my creative team on delivering better results. But specifically talking to clients, don't really enjoy it. I really don't enjoy group dinners. I hate group dinners. I hate networking events. I hate acting like I care when I don't. At certain moments, obviously everyone has I don't believe in introvert, extrovert. I think it's like a balance. So here's introvert, here's extrovert. I'm probably here, on 60% introvert, 65% introvert, and then the rest is extroverted. So I can be social. I go to football matches, I'm traveling, I live with friends, but I pull back a lot and I'm on my own a lot, and I like being with my own time on my own a lot. I'm actually in the middle. I'm a terrible YouTuber. And so the other founder, Josh, the initial founder that hired me into this position, and then I grew into this role, he loves talking to people. He's a social, we call him a golden retriever. He's super social and he loves being with people and just the company, to accompany people, to go on dinners and to spend time with them talking. It's just not my thing. Point of the video is that the general advice online from guys like Mark Tilbury, Iman Gadzhi, Charlie Morgan, Andrew Tate, start your own business. The advice in theory is good. You should not get a job. You should take initiative to build something weird and uncomfortable, but that doesn't have to be your own business. It's highly likely that you don't enjoy talking to people, you don't enjoy numbers, you don't enjoy talking to clients, sales, maybe marketing, whatever. There's probably something that you do enjoy. And for example, I've always enjoyed, since I was younger, I've always enjoyed teaching people. That's also why I'm so consistent with these videos, and I like making these videos, and I'm so consistent on social media. My mom always told me when I was younger that she thought I was going to be a teacher, and luckily, like, I could have easily been a teacher, but luckily I didn't, because then I would have been super poor, and I don't want to be poor. That's why I'm not a teacher. But um, the the characteristic to be a good teacher stays the same. You can understand information very well, and you can explain it to other people in a very logical and, like, in a good overview. Ironic that I now can't explain myself, but in general, you can understand a very complex topic, a very complex skill, and you can explain it to other people in a simple manner so that they understand it in like 10 times less time than you did. So for example, it took me 3 months to learn this thing, and then I teach my, like, creatives in my team, I teach them that in 10 minutes or in an hour or in one day, for example. So you know probably from yourself that you have these things, and obviously you can use those skills in different areas. Alex Ramosi, for example, is obviously a great businessman, super smart, and at this time probably a billionaire, but he could have also used those skills to become an online billionaire, to be a super great salesman door to door, for example. So, like, there is one certain skill that's just you, and you're just good at it, and you just have the feel for it, and then it's your choice on how you're going to use that to make money. And yes, a lot of people enjoy being a teacher, and they're completely okay being a teacher. They have the same talent maybe as I have, they have the same motivation as I have, but I just have a slightly different package where I also want to be super rich. And you can't get super rich as a teacher unless you do social media with a course or some sort of sponsorship and then a TV show or something, but you get my point. In general, teachers don't get very rich. Okay, back to the point of the video. Don't be a business owner. Yeah, what I would recommend is, so what I would do if I would start over, right now I'm around 6 figures a year with my salary, because I'm an employee, so I have salary. I do own my own business in the Netherlands, because otherwise you can't send invoices, and obviously I get paid via invoices every month. I'm not a contractor, I'm just I'm just jobless basically, but I send an invoice every single month to the founder of the business, and he pays me from his LLC. So I do have my own business, but I don't operate like a business in that way. In theory, I do have multiple clients inside the business. I currently have 5, I think, but I get paid from one income source, because he collects all the client revenue and then pays me that. So what I would recommend if I would have to start over is start working for free. First, start doing the thing that you want to be good at yourself. So copywriting, content creation, singing, anything like sales calls. Obviously that's super hard, but you can always try and find ways to practice already. And then what I did to get my first job, and like basically every dollar I've ever earned online, was by doing free work first. So first client ever, went on a call, made a whole content strategy for him, was super excited, showed him my excitement, my plan, my strategy, how I thought it through, and he hired me eventually. And also the reason why he found me and why he hired me in the first place, why I stood out, was because I already had my own school community on that topic for free for like 2 months, whilst I was not making any money with it. I was just doing it for free to show how good I am and that I could make it work. And it worked. That's why that guy hired me, because he wanted the same thing. I grew a school community about making money online. At the time it was retarded, but I did grow it and I did provide value to people, so they wanted to join for free. And then another guy saw my school community and he was like, hey, I also want to grow my school community. How did you get to so many members? Can you help me? And then he paid me, and now I live with him, actually. Harvey Davies, natural footballers, over 600,000 followers online on all his platforms right now. And yeah, now we live together and we were basically best friends, so that's funny. So that's what my first client ever is now also my best friend. And the other client was also from my Instagram, because I was spamming my Instagram stories with the results that I got with Harvey. And he saw that and he was like, oh my God, you seem super intelligent and motivated about the YouTube thing. Why don't you do it for us? And I was like, yeah, sure. I made a whole strategy, went on 2 calls with them, and then eventually they hired me for like $500 per month or something. It was hilarious. It was hilarious, but at the time it put me on like $1,800 per month, which was amazing. And it was the opening for me to start traveling the month after that. And I've never stopped traveling because that was my whole goal in the first place. Actually, let me show you how cool it is. Because it's fucking beautiful today in Colombia. Look at this, bro. Absolutely insane. That's why I love traveling and why I don't want to be in the Netherlands. Because they don't have this. So that was my second client ever. He saw me from my Instagram stories, made him a strategy, and he paid me $500 per month. I met him in person as well. Actually, all my clients I met in person. And then the last one, the one that I work for now, that I have this CCO position in, is Josh. And I saw him on YouTube, and he was filming himself whilst traveling. And obviously, like I just told you, that was my desired outcome. So I found it interesting, and he started talking about YouTube. I was already making YouTube videos, and he was saying how he was making YouTube videos for these large entrepreneurs, and how he was making money with it, and how it's a gap in the market because he's young and he understands social media, and these super rich business owners have a lot of money and resources, but they have no idea how to grow on social media. So I found it interesting, started commenting, watching all his videos to get the inside jokes, comment the inside jokes, build a little connection with him. And then in a video he said it was hiring. I was like, okay, why not? Why not me, you know? I was the one that commented the most, I was watching most videos, I was inspired. And I got his Instagram, spammed him on Instagram because he was super busy. He was already making super good money and was traveling with these business owners. So I had to spam, follow up. And eventually I got put in a WhatsApp group because I was so persistent. He wanted to test my skills. And guess what I started doing then? For free. I didn't get paid a single dollar in those 6 months, I think it was, from the moment that I saw his first video and that I got put into the group chat, maybe even later actually. I started sending him titles for his own videos that were better than his own titles. So he was making these raw videos himself as well on YouTube. I was watching them and I started sending them on his WhatsApp. I started sending him better titles for free than his own ones. So he was like, this kid is so annoying. He's giving me better titles than I'm making. Why am I not just gonna use the money that I already make, that I don't need? Like, you have excess money, excess capital. I can just spend it on him and he's gonna do it for me better to get better results, and then I could make more money eventually. You know, that's how business works. Invest in talent and then you get it back later on. And now I manage 5 clients and all the creators in the team so that it doesn't cost him time. Like, this is all more than 12 months later. Lived with him all summer in Colombia last year with the whole team. So met all of them in person, had a great time. Generational summer. And now we're about to link up in the US in a month, I think, yeah, in June. So it's gonna be fucking exciting. And guess how I got that position? I did so much work for free that he got annoyed, and I showed him that I was better in certain areas, definitely not in all of them, in small certain areas than he was, so that he hired me. He gave me money to do it for him because I showed him that I was better than him, and just the persistency and in theory, in general, the whole idea that you're doing so much work for free was already like interesting to him. And then I got the position. So every single thing that I've ever gotten, every single opportunity that I've ever gotten was from free work. This whole video was not even about free work, but yeah, that's how I got here. That's what I would do if I started over and I would not start my own business. I did. I had 3 clients in total, like, yeah, people that paid me. In theory, now I get paid by all those separate entrepreneurs via Josh, obviously, but in theory, only 3 clients. But I don't really have my own business. I don't do the sales myself. I don't do the client communication myself. Obviously, I talk to the clients, but not like client fulfillment in that way. just only the marketing, the YouTube side of things, the creative side of things. I don't do growth operations, I don't do sales, I don't do accounting, I don't do networking, sometimes obviously a little bit, but I think you get the point. Okay, it's now 8:30 a.m., time to crush the day. I was making these videos at night, but I started noticing that they look super dark and I'm tired when I make them at night. So now I just woke up early to make them in the morning, and it's more aesthetic as well in the whole surroundings. So I have the great mind of a YouTuber. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.